Hello and welcome to Villa View. I'm Paul Bradley. I'm joined on the phone now by Aston Villa correspondent Matt Kendrick. Hi Matt.
Hello there.
Well, in a minute we'll be coming on to the West Brom game and some injury news, but first of all, Matt, earlier this week Aston Villa were prompted to release a statement. Can you just shed some light on why they did that?
Yeah, it was on Monday evening that they felt the need to come out and issue this statement. It basically came about as a result of some quotes from the League Managers Association Chief Executive Richard Bevan, who would, whether or not he actually had, there's the implication that Randy Lerner was amongst a group of American and other foreign owners who were discussing the idea of making the Premier League a closed shop, by which I mean that they were trying to prevent relegation from the Premier League and promotion to the Premier League, basically looking after the interests of the clubs who are already there. Now, I think Bevan's quote, he did make reference to American owners. I mean, there's only 5 of them in the Premier League. I think Randy Lerner wanted to come out and make it be known that he wasn't one of these. Now, Randy's quite a big traditionalist. He's a big fan of English sport, hence his involvement in it. And I don't think he would ever advocate the idea of the Premier League or any element of English football in this country losing another level of its competitiveness, if you like. But it's quite unheard of for Villa to react to something like that. But I think the fact that they did, and the fact that they put this statement out straight away to distance themselves from it, suggested how strongly Randy feels about retaining traditional values and being seen to support the English game the way it's traditionally been.
Yeah, well, it's obviously important to Aston Villa, especially as they were obviously one of the first clubs to start up in the league and so on. But let's move on now to the West Brom game coming up. Have you got any injury news ahead of that game? Yeah,
well, the main one, I suppose, is James Collins, who missed that defeat at Manchester City. He actually got a groin strain. Previously to that, he was suffering with a foot injury, but it was a groin strain that kept him out at the Etihad Stadium on Saturday. He did actually kind of warm up with the rest of the squad during yesterday's training sessions, and he's expected to join full training, if you like, on Thursday morning. And if he's able to do so, and the vibes are good, I'm hearing, if he's able to do so, then that would put him in the frame for a return to action against West Brom. Now, I mean, Kieran Clark did pretty well to all intents and purposes. Perhaps you could point a finger of blame at him for the first goal when he left Balotelli unmarked in the box. But it would be quite harsh on Kieran Clark. And I know Alex McLeish does rate Kieran Clark very highly, but Collins and Richard Dunn have formed a very strong partnership to start the season. So I think if there's any chance of James Collins being fit, then McLeish should have him straight back in.
And what about Jermaine Jenas? Because we've been hearing that he's been to see a specialist.
That's right, yeah. I think he's gone to see a specialist and been given the all clear to step up his recovery. The problem being that because he hasn't played any football at all this season, that he's only lacking match fitness, but he's lacking general fitness as well. We spoke to Alex McLeish about it yesterday up at the training ground, and he seems to think that it could be another 4 or 5 games that Villa, or perhaps 3 or 4 games, I think he actually said, that Villa might have to do without Jenas. It is a major source of frustration for the player, for his teammates, for the manager, and obviously for the fans who want to see Jenas in the team, with the club having signed him for a year from Tottenham. I mean, McLeish did make a point of saying that the injuries that he's got are not something that could have been detected or prevented when he did a medical. He was kind of keen to stress that the medical and all the examinations that Villa did when they signed him on August 31st were very stringent and very thorough and didn't show up anything like this. So I think it was just one of these freak things that he's been kind of beset by bad luck during his early days of his Villa career.
Just looking to the near future, though, just a quick word from you, Matt, on how Villa may prepare for the West Brom game, and again, how important it is for Alex McLeish's career. 2 wins so far in the Premier League for him. A third one is almost a must already at this early stage.
I think so, yeah. I think he sees most of the home games at Villa Park as opportunities to pick up 3 points. Obviously, they've played one derby game against Wolves, and that was a bit of a damp squib in the end. That game at Villa Park ended goalless. and was a bit of a snooze fest. I think Alex McLeish is relying on a kind of a bright attacking performance from his team. They've beaten Blackburn and Wigan there. I think personally West Brom represents a stronger challenge than either of those clubs. And obviously there's a bit of unfinished business from last season when the Baggies beat Villa for the first time in goodness how many years, certainly I think the early to mid-80s. So yeah, I think Villa will be fired up for it. I think it's going to be very interesting what the attendance is like on the day. I mean, previously with the attendances being down at Villa Park, there's been mitigating circumstances like early kick-off times and people still on their holidays and various bits and bobs and three home games in a week. But this one, it's going to be a traditional Saturday 3 o'clock kick-off. Villa haven't played at Villa Park for a couple of weeks, so you'd like to think that it'd be knocking 35,000 plus, but we'll wait and see.
Okay, Matt, well, look, thanks for your thoughts today, and thank you for listening. We'll be back again next week with more Villa View.